Okay, and we are live. I just waited a couple seconds there, maybe like 2, 3 seconds, just to make sure that the live stream was actually going. So, first of all, happy Monday to everybody. And today is October, wait, give me a second. Today is October 14, Monday, October 14, which in Canada means that it is Canadian Thanksgiving. So, if you're from Canada, I hope that you had a great Thanksgiving. Or if you're not from Canada, I hope you just had a great day in general. I know that Mondays are not always for everybody. Trust me, I've had a lot of Mondays where they just absolutely suck. But it is the start of the week, which means that it is a start of a new day, and it is the start of a new beginning. I guess. I mean, it's not really a new beginning. I mean, it's the start of the week. It's after the weekend, it's like a reset. So hopefully now that after that reset, you can get back into the grind of things. So first of all, we got 0 people in chat. You love to see it. You love to see it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But even if nobody's watching this, I'm still just gonna talk to the camera anyways because I think that it's very healthy for everybody to just express their thoughts and just yap on the camera. You don't have to have a camera in order to yap. You can just talk. Talking to yourself is very underrated. You should always talk to yourself. You should just like go through the day, right? Talk yourself through what happens and just yap about what happened. And so for me, I do that sometimes, but then sometimes, I keep that in my mind, where it's like I have these thoughts and I have these ideas and I have these things I want to do, but I keep them in my mind. So a lot of times it's like I have these things I want to talk about, but they're just kind of sitting on my mind, not really doing anything. And so eventually I forget about that. And so it's like, well, there goes that idea. But that's why it's also important to write those ideas down on a piece of paper. Or if you're not going to write it down on a piece of paper, at least talk it out. Talk instead of thinking, right? Say these things out loud so then you can hear yourself saying these things. Or if you don't want to do that, you can record yourself or use a voice recorder as well. Anything like that. Just when you do it, it's like a way that you can self reflect. So it's like you're reflecting on your day, you're reflecting on the things that you're thinking, and so it's also a good way of being present. Being in the present moment is so important, and to just realize that we're a miracle to even be here, and the fact that we are here means that we have a higher purpose. It means that we have a higher knowledge. It means that we have things that we can achieve that may not seem possible right now, but in the future, if you just keep on going, you're going to achieve it as long as you keep on putting in that hard work. So that's what I was thinking on my mind. And also, this is just going to be a quick little stream. I just want to preface that. I probably should have said that at the beginning, but currently it is 10:37 p.m. where I am right now, and I have about maybe 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. I gotta go at 11 o'clock because I got some other things to do. Probably also gonna have to go to sleep soon. So, there's that. But yeah, I just wanted to have a quick stream here, right? To just like yap what's on my mind, just talk what's on my mind. And yeah, I'm just going through my day. And so for me, today was a pretty decent day, I would say. Since today is Canadian Thanksgiving, it was a pretty chill day. Nobody had to go to work. I just kind of chilled at home for the most of today, and then yeah, I think that's basically it. I went on YouTube. I played some video games, and I'm trying to get in some more work done, aka working on my YouTube videos, trying to edit those out because these last few days I have not been that consistent, and I have a lot of these ideas that I just have to just get working on them, aka just like going and editing them because I know that they're gonna give me great results. Because I have a lot of great ideas, I have a lot of amazing like video ideas that are just sitting on my phone right now, and they're just waiting to be edited. They're just waiting to be edited. They're just waiting to be just produced, so then they can be uploaded here on YouTube. And so I got that going for me. Some days I do feel lazy, and some days I do feel like I should be doing more. And this is something that I was talking to with my friend yesterday, where a lot of times when it's at nighttime, I reflect back on the day, and I'm just thinking like I could have done so much more. I could have done so much more things to be productive. I could have played less video games. I could have watched less YouTube. I could have done this and that, and all these things keep piling up in my mind when I'm going to sleep, and so that keeps my mind awake. So what that does is that when I'm trying to sleep and I'm telling my brain, I'm like, brain, you need to shut up right now. You need to stop thinking these things because guess what? We're gonna wake up tomorrow. That's when we should be thinking these things. But guess what? In the morning, I'm not thinking about these things because in the morning I think that I have so much time. I think that, oh, I have time, right? A little bit of video games won't hurt here and there, and a little bit of YouTube won't hurt and that kind of stuff. But the time, it really stacks up. So, you know, that's a lot of that's one of the causes as to why I've been sleeping so late these days, because like I know that waking up early really does help you with literally everything. And you may be saying, oh well, it's the same hours, right? If you're still getting 8 hours in a day, it doesn't really matter when you go to sleep. And that's true to a certain extent, but you have to realize that our ancestors and people that have been before us and researchers and just so much proof says that going to sleep early and waking up early is the ideal way of living. That's why you have so many people saying that, oh, you have to wake up at 6 a.m. But that means that you have to go to sleep at like 10 p.m. in order to get 8 hours of sleep. And so it makes sense in that sense because I realize that whenever I'm staying up at night, it's not like I'm being productive, right? It's a different story if you're staying up later at night, but you're being productive. If you're actually working on your purpose, or if you're doing something like an assignment or a job or something like that. But for me personally, I just know that whenever it comes down to nighttime, I'm just winding down after a long day. All I'm doing is just like scrolling on YouTube shorts, playing these video games, and just wasting my time. So I realized that it's not actually that helpful. And so what would be helpful is going to sleep early and waking up early, what that happens then what happens is that you actually feel like you have more time in a day. And I know that it doesn't feel that way because like, oh, it's still 8 hours. So how do you feel like there's more time in the day? All I'm gonna say is just like you have to try it for yourself. Because honestly, like whenever I start to wake up early, which is like before 12 p.m., which I know sounds crazy, right? Like I usually wake up around 10 to 11, which is still kind of bad. I'm trying to aim for 9 a.m. And this is a side tangent, but it was so much easier to wake up at like 8, 7 a.m. or even like 9 a.m. when you're at school because like you have a set schedule. But it's like for me, when you're outside of high school and you have your own schedule, it's like you don't have to be that disciplined, which is another thing. But whenever I do wake up early, like I feel good because I realize like, oh, I have so much more time in the day. I have this thing to do, that thing to do. And by the time 12 o'clock, aka the afternoon hits, I realize, oh, I actually did a lot of things in the morning. And then you realize, oh, I have another 12 hours before I go to sleep. And so, you have all that time to do that. So, yeah, that's just something that I just wanted to quickly talk about. We got a chat here from Josh Dory. I hope I'm saying that correctly. They say have a nice day. Thank you. I hope you have a nice day as well, Josh. Never give up on YouTube. I won't. The journey's just getting started. It's a little bit slow right now. The winter arc is coming, but I'm never giving up on YouTube. I grew up watching YouTube. I've always loved watching my favorite YouTubers just doing whatever they want, whether that's playing video games, vlogging, just having fun in life, and they're just documenting their life as well while also having like fun. So that always inspired me. I always would look up to these OG YouTubers, and I would be like, wow, like these guys look like they're living the life. They look like they're having so much fun in life and doing that. So I'm definitely not giving up on YouTube. No, not even close. I'm gonna keep on going with this self improvement journey as well. And also, this is another thing. Just because this YouTube channel is self improvement oriented right now, it doesn't mean that I'm only going to be posting self improvement content. And because I do have other interests outside of self improvement, I don't think it's healthy to just focus on self improvement. That's one aspect of life that you definitely need to focus on. But that doesn't mean that you don't have other interests. Some people might be on self improvement while they're also like an athlete, right? Like they're playing sports or doing this, or they may be like a gamer, but they're also doing self improvement on the side. It's just that gaming is their passion and that's like their purpose. But it doesn't mean that they're not taking in the self improvement habits as well. So that's kind of like me as well. I have other interests as well other than self improvement. I want people to be interested in me, like the person, so that I know that no matter what I do, I know that people always tune into it. Maybe it's not going to get as much views as my usual content, but I don't really care because if people are invested into me and what I do, then that means that no matter what I post, people are always going to stay tuned for that. So I just wanted to put that out real quick. And, ultimately still comes down to myself to upload these videos and to edit them well and to improve on these videos. And then each time I'm posting these videos, they get better and better. I'm learning my lessons from each video that I post. So that I may improve on my thumbnails, my editing, my audio, recording, and all that stuff. And I'm already like buying things to invest in the channel so that hopefully they can pay off in the future. So yeah, and also if you guys are watching this, feel free to drop a comment or say something in the live chat. You don't have to. All my lurkers out there, shout out to you guys because I'm also a lurker in a lot of streams and a lot of videos because I don't really know what to say or I just want to watch the stream, right? You don't have to comment, but I'm just saying if you do want to comment, that would be also pretty cool. So thank you, Josh, for the support. I really appreciate that. So yeah, I don't really got much to schedule for today's stream. I'm just kind of talking to the camera, talking to you guys right now. But hopefully in the future, I'm going to have something scheduled because I know that this is not the most dopamine-inducing stream right now. It's just I talking to the camera. But I hope that in the future streams, I'm gonna have some more interesting things to talk about. Because I'm still trying to set up how to stream on the computer because I have a computer right now, so I'm trying to see what I can stream on here in the future. I was thinking I could actually have like a quick chess stream, like me playing chess because I've been getting into chess these past few months, and I'm not good at it at all. I'm still learning the ropes, but I like that. I like to play chess, and chess is another great self-improvement habit is that you can play this game, right? This is actually one of those productive games because it's not very dopamine stimulating, but it's still one of the classic games, right? And when I say this is a game, it's not one of those games on your phone or on your tablet or on your computer. It's not one of those PlayStation games. No, it's a very classic game. It's a board game, and it takes a lot of strategy. It takes a lot of thought. It takes a lot of mental clearness. What? Yeah, but it just takes a lot of it takes a lot of knowledge to first of all play the game right. So the more you practice the game, the better you'll get at it. And I remember in the past, they would like low key teach us how to play chess at school, or it would be like one of those things like there would be like a chess club or something like that. I never really got it at first because I was like, oh, this game seems so boring to me. But as I got older and as I started to like watch some YouTube, all of a sudden there would be like chess content creators and there would be like clips of people doing these different moves in chess, and I was like, oh, this is like kind of cool. And so once I started to give it a try, I actually got into the game. I was like, whoa, this game is actually very interesting. Despite it being a board game, it's actually very fun and it's actually very like you have to think 2 or 3 steps ahead because that's how good you have to be when it comes to the game of chess. You have to be 2 or 3 steps ahead because you have to realize that they're also thinking 2 to 3 steps ahead. So you have to just do moves that are not going to benefit you maybe in the short run, but they're going to benefit you in the long run. So that's just a quick little rant on chess. Hopefully I'm going to get my computer set up so that I can also stream a little bit of chess. That would be fun, right? Playing chess and also, raising your IQ because chess, it takes a lot of IQ. It takes a lot of, what? What am I gonna say? No, but it just takes a lot of like smart. You have to be smart in order to play. I mean, you don't have to be smart. You can start out as a complete noob, but as the game proceeds on and as you face tougher and tougher opponents, you have to learn from your mistakes. And that's how you get smarter in the long run. So, anyways, I'm gonna stream for a little bit longer, maybe 12 more minutes. So once again, right, I'm just yapping, just to yap, just talking, just to talk, because I have to let these things out. You have to have these thoughts that you have to have these ideas, you have to let these things out, because what happens if you let these things lingering in your head is that you're eventually going to forget about it. And what that happens is that once you forget about it, it's very hard to think back on that again. So if you have an idea, if you have something that you want to do, write it down, or at least remember it, or say it out loud so then you remember. So, oh yeah, I just remembered this as well. So, just quickly touching on my latest video, which is I don't know how to go to the gym video. So, after posting that video, I have already, excuse me. Okay, so after watching that video, I already have taken action upon that video. So I've watched like a lot of like tutorial gym videos, like how to get into the gym, how to begin the gym as a complete beginner, because I realized that, yeah, I do want to improve on my body and I do want to become more fit this year and going into next year. So I'm not gonna lie, I have a vlog ready for you guys. I have the footage, I have all the commentary that I'm gonna put in. So that's gonna be my next video. So guys, stay tuned for that. I'm gonna have that video uploaded hopefully tomorrow or the next day. I don't want to delay this video any longer because I got a lot more videos that I want to do, and I know that this isn't my typical video that I want to do because my past few videos has just been like talking head videos where I'm just like sitting in front of the camera and just like talking to it. So I know that it's a little bit of a change between doing like the gym videos, and I might have a couple more gym videos after that, just like giving my thoughts as a complete beginner. But then after that, I'm going to switch back to my usual content, which is just talking to the camera and just giving my thoughts on whatever's on my mind, because I do have a couple of ideas of what I want to talk about there, because there's a lot of things to talk about for me. So yeah, I I did go to the gym. I did go to the gym for the first time a couple days ago, and it was a very interesting experience to say the least. Um, the gym that I went to is a Planet Fitness, so I'm assuming that all of you guys probably know what Planet Fitness is. It's like the most commercial gym out there. It's like one of the cheapest, if not the cheapest, commercial gym out there. Where they're like advertised as being friendly, and they're advertised as being for everybody. So that's the gym that I chose to going for the first time. But you never know in the future if I think that I'm actually doing some like really good work, and I feel like, oh, I'm actually really improving, then I might change gym. But for now, I'm sticking to Planet Fitness. So I'm gonna have that vlog out for you guys. I have like a lot more information, and I have a lot more of my thought process in those videos. So I'm gonna have that out for you guys. And I also have a video of me preparing for my gym arc. I think that's what I'm gonna title it, where it's like preparation for my gym arc. To where in that video I went to Walmart and I bought a lot of the supplements and a lot of the things that I need before going to the gym. So that's things like protein powder. I also bought like a shaker cup to put my protein powder in, and I also bought creatine. But that's another thing that I took a lot of time to research into, because I first thought that creatine was low-key like steroids, but then turns out creatine is actually one of the most researched things ever. So it turns out that creatine is actually good for you, supposedly. So I'm also gonna have a video about that, but I'm not gonna, do anything crazy with the creatine, because honestly, I'm still like a newbie at the gym. So I think that my newbie gains alone is gonna be good enough. So I'm not gonna stress about the creatine and stuff. And plus, I'm not really like a guy who likes to take these supplements anyways, because I believe like in a balanced diet, and I believe in just like eating, um, just like eating whatever you need for the day. I genuinely believe if you just eat healthy, you don't need all this extra supplementation, or you don't need these like pills and that kind of stuff. And oh my goodness. Hold on, guys. My hair is very bad these days. See, that's another problem that I don't really know if I'm gonna get into right now. But I need to like fix my hair. I really need to find like a hairstyle that works out for me, because I've been rocking this hairstyle for like a little bit now. Before I had like a hairstyle that's even worse. But guys, if you have any ideas on how to improve my hairstyle, I would really appreciate that. But I just kind of like hang my hair down, kind of like cover my forehead a little bit. Sometimes I move it to my side. I don't know what the heck works, what the heck doesn't, but whatever. Anyways, going back to what I was saying was that, the gym videos, they're gonna start coming out. I have a couple of them in the works, so I have them edited out, and then I'll have to make some more videos after that. So yeah, that's kind of the game plan right now. I hope you guys can stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching this, or if you're not watching this, thank you if you're watching this back. That always helps out the channel. So yeah, I hope that I can also become a more entertaining guy, because I don't know how this comes across on camera. If I'm just like a person who just loves to yap, or I'm just like talking so much, right? But I mean, obviously I can say this for myself, but since I know myself the best, right? You only know yourself the best. Not your mom, not your dad, not your best friend. You know yourself the best. Why? Because you spend the most time with yourself. So me knowing myself the best, I think that I'm a pretty interesting person. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm not saying that to, be an arrogant guy or whatever. But if somebody actually got to know me and know the things that I'm interested in and that kind of stuff, I would think that I'm a pretty interesting dude, right? I think I'm a pretty like kind dude and all that stuff. I'm not gonna like get into that right now, but I think that I'm like a pretty decent dude or whatever. So I think that that's what I want to bring more of in the camera. I hope that I can show that to the camera more, right? Making more eye contact with the camera, talking to the camera like this, whatever it is. I just gonna I'm just gonna like I want to put that out there for you guys because I think that for me, I think that's maybe like some self improvement YouTubers say this. I don't remember who, but maybe like Jordan Green or something like that. He mentioned how like YouTube is Loki's therapy, where whenever he has problems or whatever is on his mind, he can just talk that to the camera. He can just talk it because he finds that to be a good outlet to express how he feels. And in that same way, I think I also feel the same, where I also want to use YouTube as an outlet where I can share whatever's on my mind and just talk what's on my mind. Because, like I said, I did grow up a lot with watching YouTube and seeing all these YouTubers, so that originated uh, what? No, no, that gave me the inspiration to be what I'm doing right now. And seeing the growth of the channel and seeing how I'm actually attracting viewers and subscribers and likes and stuff, like that's all really, really cool. And I appreciate you guys for that. I really, really do. And I just want to build like a community where I can hop on, voice calls with you guys and maybe have like a Discord or something and just like talk to you guys. Because that's another thing where it feels like people these days are so lonely. It feels like people these days are very distant. It feels like people these days are just like very isolated. Nobody really wants to like make friends with each other. Everybody just kind of alone, not really interacting with each other, which really sucks because I'm putting myself out there and I'm trying to be friends with these people. I'm trying to be friends with the people that I work with, the people that I'm going to school with, and stuff. And I understand not everybody is going to reciprocate that love that you put out there. Not everybody's going to give out that same energy to you, which is fine. But at least give me like one or two people to kind of vibe with me, right? Because I feel like making friends and communities these days, especially in 2024 and beyond, feels very isolating. And I have a whole video topic about this as well, but it just feels like some things are just not really real ever since the 2020 and how things shut down there. But it just felt like everything pre 2020, like 2019, 2018, 17, 16, 15, just felt like it was so much more united. It feels like everybody was more connected. Everybody was more like, there was more of like a community and that kind of stuff. But I don't know. Like sometimes I'm just thinking about these things and I just want to like talk about that real quick. So yeah. And I feel like another thing when it comes to just like people and communities in general is just like we are social creatures, we are like socially operated people where we need each other. Nobody can go through life alone. Nobody can go through this journey alone. That's why friends and family and people that actually care about you are so important. But they also are so hard to find these days because it feels like the people that at least I'm meeting, maybe it's just me, but it feels like whenever I'm meeting them, it just seems like people are so shallow these days. People are so just like they don't want to interact with each other. They just like very self-centered, focus on themselves. And I get it. Get your bag and go for that and just like work on yourself, right? But realize that people, right? Like, what are you in this for? Do you actually want to help people out, or are you just here for your own ego? And are you here just for your own satisfaction, right? Like, what do you want to give to the world instead of taking to the world? That's what I'm thinking about sometimes. What do I want to provide to this world? I want to provide the world, aka YouTube, people who care, my knowledge. I want to, give them things that I've learned along on my journey that I want people to learn when they're younger, so that they don't make the same mistake that I do. I mean, that's kind of how life operates in general. You have people that are older than you. You have mentors. And you have teachers. And I used to not really care about teachers, at least in school, because at least how the school system was set up, it was just really hard to not hate on teachers because teachers, all they would do is just give out assignments, just tell you to do this, do that. They don't really teach you anything in real life, like once you're outside of school. And so it made it to be and so like it made it so that that environment in school was like very toxic and then coupled out with like classmates and stuff like that. But outside of school, like mentors and teachers and older and wiser people, like they're actually very helpful. They're actually very, very useful to you in life because and that's like another reason why books are so important as well, is because when people write things on a piece of paper, aka they make it into a book, that's their life story. They're writing down what they've learned on their journey of life so that hopefully that can help you, right? We got to help out the younger generation. We got to help out people that are younger than us so that they don't make the same mistakes that we do. And sometimes life is trial and error. Sometimes you do have to go through obstacles and you do have to go through things yourself to learn them. And then you realize that, oh, so that's how you do it. So that's how you can prevent yourself from maybe not doing that next time. But still, some mistakes you don't have to make in order to learn from them, right? Like some things, like you don't have to, like for example, you don't have to run your head to the wall to realize that it's not good to run your head into the wall. That's just common sense to some people. And obviously there's like other things that are not as obvious as to, whether whether or not you're making that mistake or not, which is why sometimes, yeah, you do have to go through life without like a mentor and stuff. But if you do have a mentor there, or if you do have someone who's there for you and who's guiding you and who's like giving you this advice and how you should do this and not do that, like that's honestly very valuable and you should cherish it if you do have that, right? Something like a best friend or like a teacher or like an older adult, maybe like a parent, maybe like an uncle, something like that, who's there for you and someone who really cares about you. Like that is valuable. So guys, don't take that for granted. If you have that in your life, definitely cherish that and make the most out of it, right? Like ask questions, right? Like don't be shy, ask questions, be curious, and to always question the things around you, question the people around you, not in a sus way, but just like you have to always be on the lookout for new opportunities and new things in life, and to always keep your head up, right? Like I know that sometimes it's very hard in this world, and it seems like everything is so negative around you. It seems like everything is just news and politics and the world's gonna end. There's this thing, that thing going on, and I'm not gonna get into it, but you guys know, right? Like if you know, you know. But realize that the things that you can control that, and the things that you can't control, just don't control that. Leave that up to God, because only He knows what's up, and He knows what's gonna happen in the world. So realize that, and once you have that realization, it actually frees you of a lot of the stress and a lot of the things that takes up so much mental space from you. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't care about these things. If there's like some type of global event that genuinely affects you, or if you have family there, if you have some type of connection, or maybe if you don't have a connection, sure, it's good to care about that. It's good to maybe put out your opinion or to, give your input on that. But sometimes beyond that, you can't really do much at all after that, right? Spreading awareness, I'm sure that that's cool, right? Like that's, good, if you're doing that. But, sometimes you just have to realize that, that stuff, it's not in your hand, right? You can't control that stuff. To stop worrying about it, stop using your time and your energy to focus on that, because you realize that you don't have control over that. That's okay. I know everybody wants to change the world. Everybody wants to, do good things in life, and they want to become their best selves. And I encourage that. I encourage everybody to become their best selves and to keep on going on this self improvement journey, or to just keep on going in life. Never give up, and don't, fall into this negativity trap. Don't fall into this circle, this vicious circle that sometimes occupies your mind and keeps on telling you like you're not good enough. You can't do this, you can't do that. Dude, I just went to the gym for the first time a couple days ago, and I tried out like a lot of the equipments and a lot of the treadmills and all that stuff, and I felt great. I felt like, this is really awesome. If I keep this up, I'm gonna get a great body. And I know that this isn't gonna take and I know that this is gonna take a long time to do. Some people it takes them a year, 2 years, 3 years. And when I saw those videos, I low key got discouraged. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not going to use this as an excuse for me to not go to the gym. I already paid for a membership. I'm already gonna commit myself to this, and that's another thing. Keep in mind, when you're going to the gym, the first day you step into the gym is actually the day you succeed, because that's you taking the initiative, and that's you taking that action towards changing your life physically. And I understand some people, they may quit after the first couple weeks, maybe even the first couple months. But if you're really committed to this, the first day you step into the gym is actually the day your life is going to change without you knowing it, right? And consistency is also so important. So be consistent. Don't skip out on leg day. I'm telling that to myself as well. I'm gonna hit leg day in a couple days, and for the first time, and I'm gonna take you guys on this journey with me. So guys, stay tuned on this journey, right? Like, don't give up. Always keep on going, and I hope I, give you guys some good vibes from this quick stream. I think I'm gonna end it in maybe like a minute or two, but we got one more message from chat from Josh. They say you're the best. Thank you, Josh. That makes me feel very good. Thank you for that. Thank you for that comment. I appreciate that. I hope you're living out your best life. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a good week in general, right? So guys, let's keep on going. Guys, don't give up. I'm going to keep on uploading these videos. Whatever your purpose is, whatever you're striving towards your life, keep on going. You're going to have doubters. You're going to have people that say you can't do it. But guess what? I'm not going to be one of those people. I say that you can do it. You can pursue that purpose of yours. You can achieve that dream of yours. And so, with that being said, guys, I hope this stream helped you guys out. I hope that the stream just made you feel good. I hope that it just made you feel a little bit better at the end of the day. Because that's all I'm here to do, guys. I'm here to spread positivity, but also help here. But I'm also here to just improve your guys' life while also improving my life, right? Like that's the banner of my channel. My channel banner says self-improving my life so that I can help your life, right? Like guys, hey, I think that's a pretty banger title there. So, guys, right? Like, guys, take care, right? That was like an Ice Cold JT reference, right? If you know, you know. Ice Cold JT, you gotta come back, man. You haven't uploaded in like in 9 months, man. Like, coming back every year to upload one video is crazy, but he all right, guys. So, guys, hope you guys take care. Thank you guys for watching this. Thank you guys for your comments, likes, staying tuned, and I will see you guys in the next video or the next stream. Take care. How do I end this thing? All right.